Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Oregon State Beavers and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Oregon State head coach before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Oregon State's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Hands it off. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Scanning the field, it's Murphy. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Beavers will punt it away on 4th down. Trying to make one miss. The ball pops out on the return. They'll recover it right there. Ball will stay with the return team. Great alertness, and man, you want to talk about avoiding a catastrophic error there.
Returners only get so many chances in a game, and you really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Fires on the move. That one's not even close. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Across the 45. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Beavers will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Oh, pressure's coming. Escapes trouble. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. The Beavers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's the way you set the tone. They start to get in this goal-to-go area, and defensively, man, you can put them behind the 8 ball, back them up a little bit. You were on your heels, now you can put them on their heels.
Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Touchdown, Oregon State! What a catch in the end zone for 6.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Got the quick completion.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Caught in the backfield, it's Freeman. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Martin will throw it. Look out! And down he goes.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Snagged in the middle. It's McClain. Stopped right there.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And he made the read off the RPO, and he decided to take off, run the football, but, man, you got to take care of that thing. Fumbles the football, the defense gets the ball back.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Fresh set of downs going up top. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that sucker to the ground.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Unloads to the wideout. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Pulls it. They'll run it. He's past the sticks. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Luke. Got an alley. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room, it's Luke. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. On play action. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. Final play of the quarter coming. Martin back to pass. Smashes through the tackle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, and he's hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. You got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
And he tacked on the extra point. Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hatcher. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Long way to go on 2nd down. Gets the back moving. 2nd down to the air. Rolls right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
To throw, it's Murphy. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, it's Hatcher. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Good job just to get rid of that one.
Every quarterback in football at every level will see ghosts. If you hit him, if you make him uncomfortable and he knows you're coming time after time again, good things don't happen usually at the quarterback spot.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Second down, gonna throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Did the work himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Beavers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Makes the quick grab. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. 2nd and long here. Martin will throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Touchdown, Oregon State. And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. Cradles it at the 35. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown, and they'll try to do it again on this one. Moves the pocket. It's Murphy. Escapes the pressure to his right. Makes the catch. It's Butler. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. And the Beavers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Wants to throw on first. Rushes on. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Right side, it's Nolan. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's got it. Touchdown, Beavers! A great catch and run for 6. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside, and the ball is loose on the return. They got him in the end zone for a safety, just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone.
And here's the thing, man. The kickoffs, I know I got to get north and south. The first thing I got to do is get myself going so I can gain positive yards. Last thing I can do is get tackled inside of my 10, inside of my 5. Even worse, how about this dude runs in the end zone? You don't do this in high school, in middle school, elementary school. That's a big-time mistake.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Unloads it downfield. It's dropped after taking the hit.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hampton. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd. About 3 yards short of the 1st down. Now Fresno State calls its 2nd timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face. Going for it inside your own 40. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Hatcher. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Beavers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Leaves it in his belly. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Making the adjustment. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Under pressure. Had to force that one.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Needs it here on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Touchdown, Oregon State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. They're all over him. Just got rid of that one.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Sends it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. These corners backing off a bit. Using his legs, it's Luke. Fighting off the defender. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Making his first move. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Sets his feet, it's Murphy. Turns up, it's Hatcher. Sweet cut there. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 7 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions.
And so the Fresno State offense comes out onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Complete downfield. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. He's got him in the flat. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Caught behind the line. It's McClain. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Martin back to pass. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Oregon State sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered.
Snags it, and there's running room. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Between the hashes, it's Hampton. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Drops back on first down. Just gets rid of that one.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Running inside, it's Hatcher. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Beavers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Quick completion on the out. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Touchdown, Beavers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
No, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. Can't just let him pick you apart.
First play of this drive. In traffic, it's Freeman. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Out wide right, it's Freeman. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And after that last completion, netted a big fat 0. They're looking at 2nd and 10. Makes the grab, it's Freeman. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Way off target there.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
I like getting these slant throws early and getting some completions because you're setting up the slant and go. Later in the game, the quarterback can pump the slant route and then hit him up the sideline for a big gain.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Intercepted to stop the threat.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Back to pass on second down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Beavers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Snags a quick pass on the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
He's going to let it go. Goes high to pull it in. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Going to the run, it's Luke.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Keeps it on the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. 3rd and 6 yards to go. A designed run for the quarterback. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. His drive will open from the 15. Hits inside, it's Hatcher. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Wiggles free. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Beavers will send out the punt unit. On the return, He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Got the quick pass. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Sells the run, looking to pass. Finds his big tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Finds his man. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick give, it's Ramirez. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. 3rd and 6 yards to go. On the option. Plows through the defense. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for space, it's Ramirez. Turning it on. Got the first down. He's at the 50, at the 30, 10. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And the veteran presence is obvious for this senior behind center. A most impressive outing. It's as if he's seeing things before they happen, and he has the numbers and the scores to prove it. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Nolan. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to throw on first. Right side, it's Newberry. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Upstairs, he's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Beavers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Rashad Downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game.